Australian Rules football, most commonly referred to as AFL, is the pinnacle of Aussie Rules football. If you have never seen AFL before, I can only describe the game as a love letter. There's passion, there's thrills, there's hope, there's triumph, there's heartbreak, and there's victory. All of which occurs every single game during the course of a 23-round season in our country known as Down Under. Only 80 players get drafted every year, making it 0.3% of club footballers. For majority of us, gaming is the closest thing to experiencing the love letter of AFL. This video will explore the disaster that was AFL 23, and with AFL 26 just around the corner, we will look to see what can be improved while unlocking the Platinum Trophy. Wasting no time, we jump straight into an online game. We find ourselves at the best stadium in the world, the MCG. It's a 2018 Grand Final rematch as the West Coast Eagles are taking on the infamous Collingwood Magpies.
Oh boy, that's a little different for you. Hello, how are you?
Prior to the match, we see my sweet gazelle, Harley Reid, warming up.
He swings them left to right, which means he knows what he's doing by foot.
Oh, Harley high!
The two captains, Darcy Moore and Liam Duggan, meet in the middle to conduct the coin toss. Honestly, the best graphics in the entire game is this. Duggs tries to rally the troops. Little did they know, I have no idea what the controls were.
Touched. Was it touched? It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. He got a
The two ruckmen, Matty Flynn and Darcy Cameron, stare down each other and the game officially starts. Flynn wins our very first ruck contest, unlocking Ruckin' Great. I then had no idea how to dispose of the ball, leading to Sheed getting cleaned up. The first score of the game occurs when we lost our ruck tap from a ball up, leading to a Nick Dacos minus score. With the preceding kick in, Duggs proceeds to kick the ball straight to Norm Smith medalist Bobby Hill. We thankfully escape with just a minus score. It seems we are both as bad as each other. 2 minutes later, the first quarter ends on a 2-0 scoreline. In the second quarter, Jamie Cripps wheels and goes to hit Oscar Allen in a tough contested mark straight in between the sticks. Surely we cannot miss from here. I have no idea what button I pressed, but it appears we kicked it behind. The captain Pendles then proceeds to respond by kicking another behind. Additionally, on the halftime siren, Myercheck kicks another behind, as we head into halftime down by 3 points. Pendles has another opportunity to redeem himself, which misses. The match proceeds to be a blank fest as Collingwood kick another 3 behinds. When the final siren sounds, it feels I've let all of Western Australia down. But as a consolation prize, we unlock putting it on the line for playing our first online game. To unlock an easy trophy, we boot up manager mode, select the Eagles and simulate a match. Thankfully, we won, unlocking Magnet Mover. Taking on the big sound, it's time to finally kick a goal, unlocking Wave the White Flags. This opens the floodgates for the Giants to get steamrolled at Optus under the lights. Once the final siren sounds, we unlock Sing the Song. In our next game against the Bulldogs, we win the centre clearance, leading to a Jamie Cripps set shot directly in front. Once it's nailed, we unlocked Coast to Coast, which we were absolutely not meant to unlock as it was not from a kick-out, but we take these. To spice things up, we're commencing our very first AFLW game. The gameplay doesn't change between genders, and after 3 total goals are kicked, the final siren plays and unlock Huge W. The next trophy on the list is No Contest, which requires us to complete a full 10-minute period without the opposition scoring a goal. We're playing as the Melbourne Demons, who I hope can shut out North Melbourne. After kicking a beauty of the goal with Bailey Fritsch, we start again at the centre clearance, which we're able to win our 50th ruck contest, unlocking Causing a Ruckus. 7.5 minutes into the quarter, disaster occurs as Larky spanks the leather pill for a point. Scary times, but we continue. With less than a minute remaining, Rivers looks to wheel and go, and sadly gets absolutely cleaned up, leading to Zerha playing on and missing for a point.
All right, hello footy legends.
Working it out of the backline, Stephen May hits up Clayton Oliver with a 45-degree kick. Oliver then suffers an absolute collapse as he kicks it to Stevenson, who slots it for a goal with less than 30 seconds left.
The fly, Stevenson the crumb, awesome, absolutely awesome.
Shockingly, when the quarter-time siren plays, we unlock no contest.
Heart is beating true and blue for the red and blue. After 57 long years, the Demons are premiers in
Returning to the Eagles managerial mode, our next opponent is the Richmond Tigers. After winning the ruck contest, Jimby is able to clear out of the centre and kicks a beauty of a goal, unlocking Gotta Go Fast. This is for kicking a goal with 30 seconds of the opening bounce. Skipping ahead to Anzac round, we are travelling up to the Gold Coast to take on the Suns.
Finish Essendon's season to a chorus of boos. McAndrew from directly in front drives a dagger into Essendon.
This game was a rigorous contest, as when the final siren sounds, we unlock Well Grounded for making 20 tackles in one game. Returning now to Optus Stadium, we are safely in the lead against the Demons. After the banana from Reed, we swing the ball to Gaffey in the launch pad. We line up well beyond 50 metres and go for the torpedo of a lifetime. On the run, we hit it harder than Brayshaw's jaw. Once the kick is made, the camera doesn't know how to react, but thankfully the goal is kicked, unlocking Downtown for kicking a goal past 60 metres. About an hour later of playing through our season, the captain, Big Oscar Allen, snags my 100th goal, unlocking Bags of Goals. At the end of the season, we are second on the ladder with 167 as our percentage. After smashing Port Adelaide in week 1 of the finals, we unlocked Made the 8 and we gave it 110% for finishing the season above 100%. In the prelim, we easily passed through the Bombers, which sets up the greatest challenge we will have to face.
Rioli had a cracker as well, spills to Martin, little right foot slider along the ground, he's got another one. Martin's kicked another one, doubling around Martin. He didn't want the body contact, he kept the body free. The pickup's unbelievable, that's a player.
The big dance is against the record-breaking Richmond Tigers, and where Dusty is looking to become invincible, potentially becoming a 4-time Norm Smith medalist. There is only one man who can save me on this day.
TJ still rolling as Harley Reid gets to work and powering away with a couple of bounces. Harley Reid on full show, unbelievable!
The first quarter has been tense with no breakthrough until there is some Harley Reid magic to set up the first big score of the day.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
He might just be in for a big day.
The second quarter is much the same until Tim Kelly sets up Reid for the second score of the game.
Close. Well done. For a 3-goal game, it's there. They've pinched it.
Bolton quickly answers on the opposite end, which makes it a 2-score game just before halftime. In the third quarter, Reid puts WA on his back, takes 2 bounces and nails it for the 3rd goal of the game.
Takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish.
After the premiership quarter sounds, Big Oscar nails it in front for our 4th goal. When the final siren sounds, we unlock Season's Greetings for completing a season, as we see the boys going absolutely berserk in the celebrations. Naturally, Harley Reid is also named Norm Smith medalist for his outstanding game. Shortly after, we are finally able to lift the Premiership Cup as premiers for the 2024 season. When returning to the menus, we also unlocked premiers for winning the grand final. In the off-season, we get busy as we sign Western Australian Paddy Cripps to the Eagles.
Can Cripps do it again? What is that?
We also managed to sign Charlie Curnow. Poor Carlton.
But nothing else matters right now than Charlie Curnow going around and kicking it pure. And it means so much to him in the...
Why stop there, as our final signing is Scott Pendlebury.
In front, maybe. Pendlebury, it's tense. It really is tense. He's jammed it home. And the black and white.
With the Avengers as a squad, I simulate to the end of the season as we finish first, which is an improvement from last year, which unlocks it gets better. The prelim finals is against an old rival.
Cox throws it onto the left. One last roll of the dice for the Eagles! Leo Barry-Eustace!
Thankfully, we make quick work of the Swans, unlocking You're My Rival. The beautiful thing about this grand final is that it is a 2018 rematch between the Eagles and the Pies, and I couldn't resist unloading everything I had to secure our second premiership. The problem with my God squad is that the stars sadly weren't meant to be selected for the All-Australian squad, and I need 5 players to make it to unlock All-Australian. This made me do the unthinkable and choose Collingwood as my next career mode, as I hope Victorian bias will provide me some luck. During one of our first games, we decided to go for keepings off, which is arguably the most skill-involved trophy in the game, as we had to ensure we held possession of the pill for 5 continuous minutes. After the 5 minutes was up, we thankfully unlocked the trophy keepings off. This game ended up being a smashing, but to start the game, the Swans kicked the first 5 goals of the game. Once the comeback was complete, turning the tables unlocked. Against Hawthorn, the Pies came out guns blazing, kicking bags. Myercheck does bulk of the work as we pass the 400 goal milestone, unlocking truckload of goals. After a season of 200-point wins, we thankfully unlocked All-Australian as a reward. What was really annoying was the trophy on a run, which simply requires us to win 10 games in a row. I would often simulate games to speed things up, but this was at my detriment in the long run, as I found out that I would have to play every single game for it to count. In response, I created my third career mode and joined in the chorus as I was determined to achieve 10 wins with North Melbourne.
Kanga, kanga, kanga!
Ray, ray, ray!
Kanga, kanga, kanga!
Ray, ray, ray!
Kanga!
Ray!
After 2 hours and 10 wins later, I unlocked On a Run. Our last trophy was the national sport, which requires us to play a match at a stadium in each state and territory. The final stadium we have yet to play a match on was in the nation's capital, Manuka Oval. The match is of course set against Collingwood, and sadly at 3/4 time we were down for the count. With 2 minutes remaining, Jack Darling has our first set shot of the final term, and thankfully slots it as the comeback is on. Inside the 2-minute mark, we hit the hot spot, which crumbs to the deck. Thankfully, Liam Ryan cleans up Maynard for an easy set shot in front of goal.
He's got it!
With the scores level, Flying Ryan has another set shot which nails for the lead of the game. In the end, the final siren sounds, and we unlock Heartbreak for losing a game after leading at 3/4 time. Wait, didn't I win? I may have actually hid from you, dear viewer, that I was secretly playing as Collingwood this entire time, which made it very easy to manipulate scores. We also unlocked the national sport for completing the game at Manuka. And most importantly, we unlocked the Platinum Footy Factory. This would usually be the end of the video, but with AFL 26 just around the corner, I need to address the elephant in the room. Speaking broadly for Aussie Rules fans, we are well aware that our great game at the moment doesn't hold the international interest as seen in the likes of American sport or global sports. As such, we crave the sensation of what it would be like to be playing as Dustin Martin putting up donut argues, kicking a goal with Jamie Elliott after the siren to win a game, taking flight, hoping to never see the ground again, and of course hearing Kelly Underwood commentate.
It's been 7 consecutive goals to the Orange team.
Actually, no one wants to hear that. A big factor of the advertising of AFL 23 was Pro Team, which was a mode promised to be like FIFA Ultimate Team or NBA 2K My Team. With AFL 23 releasing 4th of May 2023, players would have to wait until 24th of July 2024 until players could actually play the mode we were most hyped for. Unfortunately, this was poorly communicated to players, with the delay being unexpected and no time frame for release being given. With AFL 26 now being an M-rated game due to the microtransactions present in the game, and with protein being the #1 key feature, we cannot have another repeat of AFL 23. All I can do now is keep my fingers and toes crossed that AFL 26 will be one of the greatest AFL games of all time. With that said, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments, especially if you'd like me to play AFL 26 when it releases. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all on the next one.